$18,000 in a single night, not from a gold mine, nor from technology, but from the quiet scales of a creature hidden deep in the jungle. Lever 1 and let's explore together. Pythons in Australia have a rather diverse origin. Some species are native and live in harmony with the natural environment. With a strong ability to adapt, pythons can grow in significant numbers. Have you ever seen a python in the wild? Python skin has long been considered one of the signature materials in the high-end fashion industry. With naturally unique patterns, this skin is often used to craft luxury items such as leather shoes, handbags, wallets, belts, and even limited edition watches. In markets like Europe, Japan, and South Korea, the demand for python skin continues to rise. A python skin measuring about 2 to 3 meters in length, if intact and properly processed, can sell for anywhere from $300 to $1,500. With the capacity to process dozens of pythons each night, a processing facility can generate revenue between $10,000 and $18,000. Are you surprised to learn that a handbag you see in a fashion boutique might have originated from the wilds of Australia? From the growing international demand for python skin, a new trend is also quietly taking shape in Australia and several other countries. Python farms in Australia are gradually emerging in warm and stable climate regions such as Queensland and the Northern Territory, places with natural conditions ideal for the development of this reptile species. Here, pythons are typically raised in semi-natural enclosures with roofing, soil flooring, controlled temperatures ranging from 28 to 32 degrees Celsius, and appropriate humidity levels. The enclosures are often divided into individual compartments or group housing areas with shelter spaces, helping to reduce stress and prevent disease among the pythons. Can you believe that at some industrial-scale facilities, between 1,000 and 5,000 pythons can be raised each year? For semi-intensive setups, an enclosure of about 10 to 15 square meters can accommodate 5 to 8 medium-sized pythons if arranged properly. When pythons reach their optimal age and size, usually after about 18 to 24 months of rearing, depending on the species and intended use, farmers begin preparing for the skin harvesting stage. What's even more remarkable is that pythons naturally shed their skin as part of their growth cycle. To obtain a flawless, uncracked, and tear-free skin, the harvesting technique must be carried out with great care. The process begins by observing signs that the python is about to shed: cloudy eyes, dull skin, and reduced flexibility. Leave a 1 if you found this video interesting. When skin is harvested for commercial purposes, pythons are processed in professional facilities using a vertical skinning technique, which helps preserve the full shape and natural patterns of the skin, factors that determine the product's economic value. After the skin is removed, the next step is cleaning and soaking it in a preservation solution to soften and retain its color. Next, the skin is stretched and either air-dried or cold-dried for long-term preservation. The final stage is finishing, polishing, smoothing, and applying a protective coating to prevent mold and extend durability. Thanks to this process, python skin becomes soft, durable, and glossy, ready to be used as a material. The skins are then classified by size, pattern uniformity, and thickness before being sent to tanneries or fashion production facilities. Have you ever heard of python oil? After the skin is carefully harvested and processed for the high-end fashion industry, the remaining body of the python is not wasted. On the contrary, it continues to bring economic value through a unique product that few people know about, but is gaining more and more attention: python oil. It is extracted from the python's fat, a part of the reptile's body rich in nutrients. Python oil has long been used in traditional medicine and is now being studied and developed into skincare products for anti-inflammation, moisturizing, and wound healing. At some facilities in Australia, the oil extraction process is carried out in a closed system to ensure hygiene and preserve the natural components to the fullest extent. Saying goodbye to the giant pythons here, let's now explore one of the crops that brings high economic value and is especially well suited to tropical and subtropical climates, that is the pineapple. In Australia, pineapples are mainly grown in the states of Queensland and the Northern Territory, which account for nearly 80% of the country's total pineapple production. Here, vast pineapple fields stretch across dozens of hectares, arranged in neat, scientifically planned rows, creating a lush green landscape that reflects the orderliness typical of modern farming models. Each pineapple plant is usually spaced 30 to 40 centimeters apart, planted on raised beds to ensure good drainage and avoid waterlogging, one of the main causes of root damage. Pineapples are typically grown from shoots and have a growth cycle of about 14 to 18 months before fruit can be harvested. Have you ever caught the sweet, fragrant smell of ripe pineapple while passing by a street vendor at the market? When it reaches the harvesting stage, the pineapple shows clear signs of perfect ripeness. The skin changes from green to a golden yellow or orange yellow, releases a distinct sweet aroma, and the eyes of the fruit become plump and easy to remove. A ripe pineapple that meets the standard typically weighs between 1.2 and 2.5 kilograms. The ideal time for harvesting is usually early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid heat shock to the fruit, helping to maintain freshness during transportation. Pineapples should be picked by hand or with specialized cutting tools, cutting close to the stem without bruising the skin. Immediately afterward, the fruits are taken to a sorting area where their ripeness, size, and quality are assessed. After being harvested and sorted at the farm, pineapples are brought into the processing line at a factory or production facility to create a variety of value-added products. First, the pineapples are soaked in large water tanks to remove soil, insects, and other debris clinging to the skin. The water in the tanks is treated with a small amount of disinfectant to eliminate bacteria and harmful agents. Next, the pineapples are placed on a conveyor belt, allowing them to move smoothly through the next steps. A pineapple grading machine sorts them by size and weight, using a system of compartments and control gates. The machine automatically adjusts the grading criteria to ensure that pineapples of similar size are grouped together. After that, workers carefully place the pineapples into crates, making sure not to damage the fruit. Each crate contains pineapples that are uniform in size and weight for consistent packaging. Pineapples are not only packaged whole, they are also processed into various convenient forms. They then go through peeling, eye removal, and coring using specialized machines to ensure hygiene and consistent sizing. Depending on the processing purpose, pineapples can be sliced, chunked, or pured. Pineapples are also processed into products such as juice, dried fruit, or canned goods. Among these, pineapple juice is pasteurized and bottled immediately to preserve its natural flavor. Meanwhile, dried pineapple is processed at low temperatures to retain its color and nutritional value. Pure pineapple jam is delicious and aromatic. In addition, the leaves are turned into pineapple leaf powder, and they can also be brewed into tea that helps cool the body and detoxify. Ruby, scientifically known as red corundum, is one of the most valuable gemstones in the world. It forms deep within the Earth's crust under extreme pressure and temperature through the crystallization of corundum, which contains aluminum oxide Al2O3 and a small amount of chromium, giving rubies their characteristic red color. Ruby colors can range from pale pink to deep red, with pigeon blood red being considered the most valuable. Rubies are found in areas with aluminum-rich and silica-poor geology, typically within metamorphic and igneous rocks. The value of a ruby can range from a few thousand to millions of dollars. In 1953, rubies were chosen to adorn the Queen of England's coronation crown, and since then, they have symbolized power and strength. Let's visit the ruby mining region of Mogok, a renowned area in Myanmar, known as the largest natural ruby source in the world. Mogok was chosen due to its unique geology, with mountain ranges containing corundum minerals, which are crucial for ruby formation. The tropical climate and millions of years of metamorphic processes in this region have produced brilliant red rubies. Miners in Mogok work at depths of 100 to 200 meters to extract rubies. The extraction process is intricate, involving digging, washing, and sifting through soil to find the precious stones. They may spend weeks or even months working in harsh conditions before finding a valuable ruby. This work can earn them from a few hundred to several $1,000s per month, depending on the quantity and quality of the stones found. The search for rubies is a challenging job, but a vital source of livelihood for many in the area. Would you like to join me on this ruby hunting adventure? Leave a 1 if you do. On the market, rubies are crafted into various types of jewelry beyond rings, including necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. Rubies are regarded as symbols of luxury and power. To test a ruby, it is commonly examined under UV light. Genuine rubies will emit a red or orange glow under this light, while synthetic or treated stones will either not react or exhibit different reactions. Due to the popularity of rubies, many fake rubies have appeared on the market, increasing the demand for quality verification. The profession of ruby testing has emerged to ensure the authenticity and value of jewelry. Experts in this field typically have 5 to 10 years of experience and use methods like spectroscopic analysis to examine the stones. This profession can earn between a few thousand to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on experience and reliability. If you want to become an expert in this field, leave a 1 to learn more. Globally, ruby mines are primarily concentrated in a few countries, including Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka, and Madagascar. Of these, Myanmar accounts for about 90% of the world's ruby production. Miners there must wade through mud and work in harsh conditions to uncover these precious stones. This work requires great patience, as the working environment is extremely challenging, coupled with severe weather conditions. Due to the demanding and dangerous nature of the job, ruby mining is among the least popular professions in the country. Although the ruby mining industry generates billions of dollars each year, the technology used for mining rubies still largely relies on manual methods. The primary reason is that identifying and sorting gemstones requires the expertise and keen eye of skilled workers, something that machinery cannot replace. Furthermore, modern mining equipment is often bulky and challenging to maneuver into deep pits. As a result, miners still perform much of the work by hand, from digging through soil to sifting through individual stones, in order to ensure the quality and value of the rubies. The value of ruby jewelry on the market can reach hundreds of millions of dollars. The process of crafting rough rubies begins with cutting the stone into smaller pieces using specialized cutting machines. Next, the jeweler examines the pieces under light to check their color and quality. The stones are then placed on a grinding machine to shape them until they reach the desired form, a process that can take up to 10 hours of continuous work. Once the stone meets the requirements, the next step is to create the setting for the ring. The ring setting is usually made from precious metals like silver or gold, and this process also requires high precision. The setting must perfectly fit the stone to ensure a secure fit and the overall beauty of the piece. Jewelers involved in this process typically have over 10 years of experience. Do you know where the birthplace of ruby mining is? It's the Peacock Gem Mine in Myanmar, one of the oldest ruby mines in the world, with a mining history that dates back to 1886. The shafts here reach depths of around 100 meters, and the mine once operated on a large scale, producing many valuable rubies. However, the Peacock mine is now abandoned due to resource depletion and changes in Myanmar's mining policies. Additionally, harsh working conditions and rising mining costs have contributed to the mine's closure. Although no longer in operation, the legacy of the Peacock mine remains a significant symbol in the history of ruby mining. With the rising demand for rubies, fake rubies have flooded the market to cater to consumer preferences at affordable prices, ranging from $50 to $200. These products are widely available, from local gem markets to jewelry stores and online platforms. Fake rubies come in various designs and bright colors, typically made from glass or plastic, mimicking the appearance of natural stones. However, compared to natural rubies, these fakes often lack the depth and brilliance of genuine gems, missing the natural luster and color depth that real rubies possess. Rubies are renowned not only for their brilliant red color, but also for the rich history and culture associated with them. In many ancient cultures, rubies were seen as symbols of power and strength. From the ancient dynasties of India to Chinese civilizations, rubies were often featured in royal treasures and precious jewelry. In Sri Lankan culture, rubies symbolize elegance and purity, frequently used in weddings and religious ceremonies. Additionally, rubies are believed to possess feng shui properties, enhancing energy and health for the wearer. Researchers have found that rubies contain a certain amount of chromium, giving them their characteristic red color, and mining these gemstones requires advanced techniques and extensive geological knowledge. The three most expensive types of rubies in the world are Burmese ruby, Sri Lankan ruby, and African star ruby. Burmese ruby is considered the most valuable of these. Burmese rubies, known for their deep pigeon blood red color, typically range from $10,000 to over $1 million per carat. Rubies with perfect color and clarity are highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Next is the Sri Lankan ruby, which usually has a slightly lighter color compared to Burmese rubies. Rubies from Sri Lanka can be priced between $5,000 and $50,000 per carat. The value of Sri Lankan rubies is significantly influenced by their color and high clarity. Finally, there is the star ruby, a unique type featuring a 6-point star effect on its surface. High-quality star rubies with a clear star and beautiful color can range from $2,000 to $100,000 per carat. The value of star rubies depends on the sharpness of the star effect, the color of the stone, and its clarity. No roar, no claws, just silent, deadly squeezes, And then, the snake's corpse slithers into the cutter, bringing in $15,500 a night. Join me to find out more, and don't forget to drop a number 1. In the northern suburbs of Queensland, where the climate is hot and humid year-round, there exist professional snake farming operations. Each farm covers an area of 2,000 to 5,000 square meters, divided into hundreds of semi-natural enclosures, each about 3 to 5 square meters in size. The walls of the enclosures are built with sealed bricks and stainless steel mesh, and the roofs are covered with black netting to block sunlight while still allowing ventilation. Inside, each snake is raised individually or in groups of 2 to 3, depending on the species, those with larger bodies, firm meat, and beautiful skin. They are raised in a natural environment maintained at 26 to 32 degrees Celsius, with humidity levels kept between 60 to 75%. On average, each farm can raise between 1,000 and 3,000 snakes, categorized by age and purpose, whether for meat, skin, or breeding. Unlike livestock or poultry that need to eat daily, snakes have extremely slow digestive systems, so they only need to eat once or twice a week. At snake farms in Australia, their diet typically consists of mice, young quails, or small rabbits. Snakes are fed according to their species, age, and body weight. An adult snake can digest an entire rabbit over the course of several days, and during that time, it will lie still to absorb energy, requiring no additional food. Snake meat is prepared into many unique and appealing dishes. One of the most popular dishes is stir-fried snake with lemongrass and chili, known for its spicy kick and signature aroma. Grilled snake with chili salt and snake stewed with medicinal herbs offer unusual flavors and are highly nutritious. Snake meat is not only a specialty dish but also the result of an entire closed-loop farming process, from care and processing to reproduction. Have you ever wondered how snakes reproduce? Snakes have a fairly diverse reproductive system depending on the species, including both egg-laying and live birth. In industrial farming environments in Australia, farms often prioritize egg-laying species because they are easier to manage and breed. When breeding season arrives, usually in early spring, female snakes are separated and placed in ideal conditions of temperature and humidity to stimulate natural mating. After mating, a female snake will lay between 10 and 30 eggs, which are collected and transferred to an incubator where the temperature is maintained at around 28 to 31 degrees Celsius. The incubation period lasts from 50 to 70 days, depending on the species and environmental conditions. For certain live-bearing species, The young snakes are born directly and moved to a separate care area to ensure safety and even development. Australia is not only famous for its strange animals but also home to many rare native snake species. Two of the most notable snake species in Australia are the inland taipan and the tiger snake. The inland taipan, commonly found in the arid desert regions of Queensland and South Australia, is known as one of the most venomous snakes in the world, with venom potent enough to cause death within just minutes. However, its venom is highly valuable in the medical field, especially for producing antivenom and stroke treatment drugs. Meanwhile, the tiger snake is widely distributed along the southern coastal areas such as Tasmania and Victoria, easily recognized by its distinctive colored bands. This species lives near residential areas, swamps, or riverbanks, playing a role in maintaining ecological balance by controlling populations of rats and frogs, species that can damage crops. In addition to snake farming for meat, another industry quietly generating massive profits in Australia is crocodile farming. Crocodile farming in Australia is primarily concentrated in northern Queensland and the Northern Territory, where the tropical climate suits the biological habits of these reptiles. Each crocodile enclosure needs to be designed with a combination of deep water areas about 1 to 1.5 meters deep to allow them to swim freely. The ideal temperature inside the enclosures ranges from 25 to 35 degrees Celsius, similar to their natural habitat. In terms of nutrition, crocodiles have much higher needs. An adult can consume 2 to 5 kilograms of raw meat per meal. Crocodiles mainly eat raw meat, fish, and poultry, while snakes typically consume small animals like mice or birds. They are fed regularly, about once or twice a week, with food portions increasing significantly during rapid growth phases. Therefore, the food supply must be stable, high quality, and properly preserved to prevent spoilage or disease. As for enclosure safety, a steel fence at least 2 meters high, buried deep underground and covered at the top, is mandatory to prevent danger. Crocodile meat is also becoming an increasingly popular food source, especially in countries with rich culinary traditions like China, Thailand, and the United States. Crocodile meat has a unique flavor, mild and without a fishy odor, while being low in fat and high in protein, making it very healthy. It is prepared in dishes such as grilled meat or stewed meat, and serves as an appealing ingredient for high-end restaurants and specialty dishes. Crocodile meat contains twice the protein of beef and is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support cardiovascular health and the nervous system. Leave a 0 if you like crocodile meat. Crocodile teeth and bones are also used in the jewelry making industry and for crafting handcrafted products. Crocodile teeth have a unique shape and are often used to make necklaces, bracelets, pendants, and other decorative items. Crocodile bones can be crafted into small items or souvenirs, offering uniqueness and rarity to the owner. The primary markets for crocodile tooth and bone products are countries in Southeast Asia, where these items are considered symbols of luxury and prestige. Since 1747 in Germany, the method for making sugar from beets was discovered. By 2024, there are over 500 sugar beet factories worldwide, primarily located in the US, where beets are widely grown. Let me take you on a tour of a factory in Florida that produces millions of tons of sugar beets annually. The process begins each morning when 200 tons of beets are delivered to the factory and washed on a conveyor belt to remove dirt. The beets are then shredded and cooked in a vat at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, with a capacity of 20 tons per hour. The cooking process lasts for several hours, during which the sucrose in the beets is extracted, forming a thick syrup with a sweet flavor. Every 30 minutes, technicians check the syrup's viscosity with a standard of 85% stickiness. After cooling for 4 hours, the syrup is ground into white powder, ready for use. Sugar beets are typically grown for about 6 to 8 months before they can be harvested. Harvesting is entirely mechanized, with a harvester equipped with blades to cut and lift the beets from the soil. This process is carried out row by row, collecting hundreds of beets at a time. The beets are then separated from their tops and transported via an elevator to trucks parked nearby. A single harvest can yield up to 30 tons of beets. Farmers usually take about 1 hour to harvest 20 to 30 tons of sugar beets. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, Russia is the largest producer of harvested sugar beets, accounting for about 20% of global production. However, the United States is the top grower, with approximately 25% of the country's sugar beet cultivation. Leave R1 if you're impressed by these numbers. Red beets, which belong to the same family as sugar beets, are primarily grown in countries like China and Japan. Greenhouses are used during the seed sowing process to ensure proper germination. They use a handheld seed planter that can hold about 10,000 seeds. As the machine moves along, it tills the soil and sows the seeds. After sowing, the soil is covered with a mixture of fertilizers containing compounds like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Finally, water is added to provide the necessary moisture for seed germination. The famous Polish pickled red beet dish, known as buraczki kiszone, is made by soaking whole red beets in a brine and storing them in glass jars. This process allows the beets to ferment and be preserved for a long time. Not only does this dish have a mild tangy flavor and distinctive taste, but it also contains many nutrients, including vitamin C, vitamin B9, and minerals like iron and potassium, which help boost the immune system. Eggplant is the sixth most produced vegetable in the world. China is the largest producer, accounting for a significant portion of global production. Eggplant is typically harvested in the summer, from June to August. The harvesting process involves picking the eggplants and sorting them directly in the field. Workers on eggplant fields in China are usually paid around $10 to $15 per hour. Beet sugar contains more nutrients compared to cane sugar, primarily sucrose, glucose, and fructose. Sucrose provides quick energy to the body, while glucose and fructose help maintain stable blood sugar levels. However, beet sugar generally contains fewer impurities and minerals than refined cane sugar. Beet sugar is also less likely to irritate the digestive system compared to some other refined sugars. It is commonly used in cookie recipes and is a good option for those on a diet, as it does not contain additional additives like some industrial sugars. If you have an excess of radishes at home, try making pickled radishes to aid digestion. First, wash the radishes thoroughly and cut them into small, square pieces. Place the radishes in a jar and add salt at a ratio of about 1 tablespoon of salt per 500 grams of radishes. Add water to cover the radishes completely, seal the jar, and let it sit at room temperature for about 3 to 5 days. After this period, the pickled radishes will be ready to enjoy in your daily meals. After harvesting, eggplants are sent to the processing plant where they are sorted for quality. They are examined for color, ripeness, and shape to ensure that only the best and undamaged eggplants are selected. The eggplants are then washed to remove dirt and impurities, packaged, and prepared for the market. Globally, China, India, and Turkey are leading exporters of eggplants, known for their large production volumes and high quality. These countries supply eggplants to numerous international markets. Join me as we explore the sugar beet fields in Florida, where the planting area reaches up to 50,000 acres. Winter is the ideal time to plant sugar beets, as the cool temperatures promote healthy growth. First, farmers use large tractors to plow the soil for about 2 weeks, preparing it for seed planting. The soil must be nutrient-rich, particularly high in potassium and phosphorus, to ensure optimal growth. Each acre can accommodate around 100,000 sugar beet seeds. After 10 to 14 days, the seeds begin to germinate. Once the plant starts sprouting, farmers water them 3 times a week with approximately 1 inch of water per acre to maintain necessary moisture. During the maturation stage, farmers apply pesticides after about 8 to 10 weeks to prevent pests like rootworms and mildew, ensuring the beets grow healthily. Red beets typically take about 30 to 40 days to mature and be ready for harvest. When it's time to harvest, farmers use a beet harvester with a capacity of 100 beets per pass. This machine works by lifting the beets out of the ground, saving time and effort. Once the beets are lifted, they are moved to the back of the machine where workers bundle and neatly stack them. Workers can earn between $15 to $20 per hour for this job. Leave a 0 if you think this is a low wage. After harvesting, red beets are sent to the processing plant for washing and to remove any dirt. They are then carefully packaged before being sent to market. The price of red beets typically ranges from $1.50 to $3 per pound, depending on their quality and the market demand. Eggplant is a rich source of nutrients, including vitamins B1, B6, and C, as well as minerals like potassium, manganese, and fiber. One simple yet delicious way to enjoy eggplant while preserving its natural flavor is by roasting it. Start by slicing the eggplant and sprinkling it with a little salt. Let it sit for 15 minutes. Then, brush the eggplant with olive oil and roast it at 425 degrees Fahrenheit until it is tender and golden brown. If you prefer a more flavorful dish, try making Chinese-style stir-fried eggplant. Cut the eggplant into small pieces and place them in a pan. Stir-fry for about 4 minutes until one side is browned. Continue to cook with chili peppers and soy sauce until the mixture thickens. garnish with a bit of chopped green onions, and enjoy with your family. If you have an excess of radishes at home, try making pickled radishes to aid digestion. First, wash the radishes thoroughly and cut them into small, square pieces. Place the radishes in a jar and add salt at a ratio of about 1 tablespoon of salt per 500 grams of radishes. Add water to cover the radishes completely, seal the jar, and let it sit at room temperature for about 3 to 5 days. After this period, the pickled radishes will be ready to enjoy in your daily meals. Farmers usually take about 1 hour to harvest 20 to 30 tons of sugar beets. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, Russia is the largest producer of harvested sugar beets, accounting for about 20% of global production. However, the United States is the top grower, with approximately 25% of the country's sugar beet cultivation. Leave R1 if you're impressed by these numbers. The soil must be nutrient-rich, particularly high in potassium and phosphorus, to ensure optimal growth. Each acre can accommodate around 100,000 sugar beet seeds. After 10 to 14 days, the seeds begin to germinate. Once the plants start sprouting, farmers water them 3 times a week with approximately 1 inch of water per acre to maintain necessary moisture. During the maturation stage, farmers apply pesticides after about 8 to 10 weeks to prevent pests like rootworms and mildew, ensuring the beets grow healthily. Beet sugar contains more nutrients compared to cane sugar, primarily sucrose, glucose, and fructose. Sucrose provides quick energy to the body, while glucose and fructose help maintain stable blood sugar levels. However, beet sugar generally contains fewer impurities and minerals than refined cane sugar. Beet sugar is also less likely to irritate the digestive system compared to some other refined sugars. It is commonly used in cookie recipes and is a good option for those on a diet, as it does not contain additional additives like some industrial sugars. Sugar beets are typically grown for about 6 to 8 months before they can be harvested. Harvesting is entirely mechanized, with a harvester equipped with blades to cut and lift the beets from the soil. This process is carried out row by row, collecting hundreds of beets at a time. The beets are then separated from their tops and transported via an elevator to trucks parked nearby. A single harvest can yield up to 30 tons of beets. Join me as we explore the sugar beet fields in Florida, where the planting area reaches up to 50,000 acres. Winter is the ideal time to plant sugar beets, as the cool temperatures promote healthy growth. First, farmers use large tractors to plough the soil for about 2 weeks, preparing it for seed planting. Hello, are you having a great day? Leave a 1 if today is amazing for you and if you're watching the video with me. The python is a carnivorous species, so its diet in Australia is also very unique. The food typically consists of mice or frozen rabbits that are raised separately to ensure cleanliness. The amount of food each python receives varies depending on its size and age to ensure optimal growth. Larger pythons require more food and tend to eat less frequently, but consume larger portions each time. Additionally, taking care of the python's health is crucial in farm management. The breeding season for pythons usually occurs in the spring or summer when the temperature and humidity conditions are favorable. An adult female python can lay between 20 and over 60 eggs, depending on the breed and condition. What's special is that the mother python will coil around the egg clutch to keep it warm, a protective behavior that is quite rare among reptiles. However, in modern python farms in Australia, the eggs are typically collected right after being laid and transferred to an artificial incubation system to precisely control temperature and humidity. The incubation period lasts about 2 to 3 months, and when the baby pythons hatch, they receive special care to ensure they grow strong. Raising pythons for meat harvesting depends on the species, diet, and care conditions. Typically, pythons are raised for 2 to 3 years to reach a weight and size large enough for meat harvesting. During this period, they need to be provided with a proper diet, including poultry or other protein-rich foods, to ensure optimal growth. The python meat is usually harvested when the python reaches around 10 to 15 kilograms or larger, depending on market requirements. Proper care helps the python grow healthy and ensures high-quality meat, meeting the demand in the food industry or for export. Each kilogram of python meat can be sold for between $10 to $30, or even more if exported to other countries. Python meat is white, low in fat, with a naturally sweet taste, and has a firm and chewy texture, offering a unique culinary experience for those who enjoy wild animal dishes. After being thoroughly cleaned and prepared, python meat can be cooked into many delicious and nutritious dishes. With its firm texture, low fat, and mild sweetness, python meat is often stir-fried with lemongrass and chili or honey glazed. If you find this video interesting, leave a 0 in the comments below. You're probably wondering where pythons are raised and how they are cared for to achieve such high quality. Now, let's follow us as we explore inside a python farm. In Australia, python farms are typically located in warm and stable climates such as Queensland, Northern Territory, and Western Australia. These areas provide favourable natural conditions for the development of reptiles. The python enclosures here are often designed in a semi-natural model or as fully enclosed systems that control temperature, humidity, and light. The ideal temperature for raising pythons ranges from 28 to 32 degrees Celsius, with humidity maintained between 60 to 80%, closely mimicking their natural habitat. Each python is usually housed in individual enclosures, each ranging from 1 to 2 square meters in size. In some industrial-scale facilities, up to 1,000 to 5,000 pythons can be raised annually, serving both the domestic market and exports. Do you think python skin is only used to make fashion handbags? Python skin is one of the most premium types of leather in the fashion and craftsmanship industries. Thanks to its unique pattern, softness, and high durability, python leather is also used to make handbags, wallets, belts, and more. With professional dyeing and treatment, python leather can transform into various styles, meeting the aesthetic demands of both the Asian and European markets. After the strict processes of the python farming industry, it's time to shift to a larger-scale industry, pig farming and meat processing. In China, the world's pork powerhouse, the meat processing industry operates with near-perfect precision. With more than 2,200 processing plants spread across the country, hundreds of thousands of tons of pork are processed daily through a closed and strict system. Step into one of these plants, and you'll see hundreds of workers in protective gear, working under bright white lights, each carrying out their tasks as precise links in an unbreakable chain. After being cleaned, the pork is carefully sorted, then moved to specialized cutting and deboning lines. Different teams of workers are highly focused. Some are cutting the ham, others are trimming the back fat, while another group processes each pig's feet with the precision of fine art. Can you imagine it? In just a few hours, a pig can be processed into dozens of different products. Modern pig farms today are not just ordinary livestock facilities, they have become symbols of scale, modernization, and high-tech innovation in global agriculture. Thousands of farms spread across rural areas are designed to meet international standards. The barns are spacious and well ventilated, with high ceilings and automated ventilation systems that effectively control temperature and limit bacterial growth. Focusing not only on productivity, these farms also invest in closed wastewater treatment systems, helping to reduce environmental pollution. Each area within the farm is usually arranged scientifically to optimize pig movement and ensure meat quality. A pig's diet plays a crucial role in ensuring growth rate, health, and meat quality. Pigs are divided into different developmental stages such as piglets, market hogs, and sows, with each stage requiring a specific feeding regimen. Their primary diet consists of grains like corn, wheat, and soybeans, supplemented with minerals, vitamins, and protein to support weight gain. In modern farms, feed is often mixed and distributed automatically through a measured system to ensure each pig receives the exact amount of nutrients it needs. In addition, clean water is continuously supplied to support digestion and metabolism. A scientifically formulated diet not only helps pigs grow faster but also produces high-quality meat that meets food safety standards for the consumer market. The reproductive cycle of pigs is a key factor in farming, especially for breeding farms that raise sows for piglet production. An adult sow can reproduce 2 to 2.5 litters per year, with each litter averaging 10 to 14 piglets, depending on the breed and care conditions. The breeding process takes place when the sow enters estrus, which typically occurs every 21 days. After mating, the sow remains pregnant for about 114 days. During pregnancy, the sow must be carefully cared for with a nutrient-rich diet and regular health monitoring. As the due date approaches, the sow is moved to a separate farrowing pen that is quiet, clean, and temperature-controlled to ensure a safe birthing process and care for the newborn piglets. The price of pork in China ranges from about $8 to $10 per kilogram. However, it can vary depending on the time of year and specific regions within the country. Chinese pork exports are sold at an average price of $4 to $6 per kilogram, depending on quality and export conditions. In China, the three most commonly raised pig breeds are the large white, landrace, and black pig. The large white is favored for its good health, fast growth rate, and high-quality meat. It is mainly raised in coastal and lowland plains. The landrace pig is known for its high reproductive performance and delicious meat, making it suitable for industrial farms. It is commonly raised in the northern regions. The black pig is disease-resistant and well-suited for outdoor farming, and it is primarily raised in rural areas. The meat quality of all three breeds is highly regarded, with a balanced lean-to-fat ratio, flavorful taste, and low fat content, meeting the needs of both domestic consumption and export. Pigs also hold cultural significance in Chinese tradition, symbolizing prosperity, wealth, and good fortune in many festivals and customs.
Each year, China harvests 13 million tons of bananas. The bananas are picked while still green to avoid becoming a wildlife breakfast. Farmers carefully cut each bunch, with each plant producing a bunch weighing between 20 to 30 pounds, feeling like carrying a heavy weight. For easy transport, the banana bunches are lifted using pulleys and then take a roller coaster ride to their destination. Right after cutting, the bananas are soaked in water to keep them fresh longer and reduce sap. It's no wonder China always leads the banana charts. Packing bananas is just as intricate as cleaning up after a child's birthday party. First, the bananas get a luxurious spa treatment in high-pressure water jets to wash away all the dirt and residual sap. Once they're as clean as if they just stepped out of a shower, the bananas are divided into smaller bunches because no one wants to take home an entire bunch. The smaller bunches are neatly packed into boxes, ready to be shipped out and work their magic in supermarket aisles. The most advanced banana packing factories in China can produce up to 500,000 banana bunches a day. Banana bread is a fantastic choice for breakfast, being both low in fat and convenient. The recipe is simple. Just mix mashed ripe bananas with flour, sugar, and a bit of baking powder. It takes about 15 minutes to bake and can be stored for a long time. Not only is the bread delicious, but it also helps save time on busy mornings. Fried bananas are the perfect solution for days when you don't know what to cook for the family. With just flour and bananas, you can prepare a simple yet delicious dish. Slice the bananas, coat them in flour, and then fry them in hot oil until golden and crispy. In just a few minutes, the fragrant fried bananas will make your meal more appetizing and enjoyable. Everyone knows that monkeys are top of the charts when it comes to their love for bananas, and in zoos, bananas are often their primary food source. But bananas aren't just valuable to monkeys. Farmers also use banana stalks as feed for livestock. Banana stalks are a rich source of nutrients, providing fiber and minerals that improve digestion and overall health for animals. This is a great way to make full use of the banana plant. China, with its vast agricultural area of approximately 275 million acres, currently has about 200,000 acres dedicated to banana cultivation. If you want to explore this entire banana field, be ready for a unique adventure. Don't even think about walking or driving. What you need is a helicopter to take in the panoramic view. It's the only way you won't spend the whole day trying to find your way out. If you're thinking about growing bananas, you might want to reconsider. To protect those precious banana bunches, Chinese farmers wrap them in plastic when the fruit starts to ripen. This is to fend off insects, mold, and unwanted weather conditions. You'll have 1,000 banana plants waiting for you and a repetitive task that continues until the bananas are ready for harvest. Banana ice cream, an irresistible dessert, is taking the culinary world by storm. With just a few simple yet delicious ingredients: ripe bananas, butter, egg yolks, and whipping cream. Mash the ripe bananas and mix them with melted butter, egg yolks, and whipping cream. Cook the mixture and then freeze it until it reaches the perfect creamy consistency. Banana ice cream is not only a delectable dessert, but also a delightful snack that helps you cool off on hot summer days. A unique Chinese innovation is changing the way we think about bananas. Not only are they producing fresh bananas, but Chinese scientists and engineers are also utilizing another part of the banana plant, the stalk. The banana stalks are processed into fibers on machines at the factory. These banana fibers are then put through a fluffing process, making them easier to weave into fabric. The result is a high-quality fabric made from durable and eco-friendly banana fibers. This fabric not only helps protect the environment by reducing banana plant waste, but also provides economic benefits. It is used to make bags, offering a stylish, eco-friendly, and cost-effective option. This is truly a significant advancement in combining creativity with planetary protection. Comment below if you find this invention fascinating. Chinese bananas are now featured on shelves in many international supermarkets, not just in Asia, but also in Western markets. These golden, sweet bananas are available in major grocery stores across the US, Canada, and many European countries. In the Philippines, the Banana Festival is a prominent annual event held in August, close to China. During this festival, bananas are not only a food item, but also used as colorful decorations, creating a lively and festive atmosphere. Local residents participate in traditional dances, showcasing their connection to the culture and customs of the region. The Banana Festival in the Philippines is a time for the community to gather, enjoy banana-based dishes, and take part in fun activities. Let's continue exploring the process of making rice noodles in the factory. Don't forget to follow me. The rice noodle production begins with selecting high-quality rice, usually sticky or regular rice with the right amount of stickiness and starch. The rice is ground with water in a mill to create smooth flour. This flour is then placed in filter bags to remove excess water. Workers use a hydraulic press to squeeze out the remaining water from the flour bags. After overnight drying, the flour becomes a pure white block. This block is fed into a machine to form round molds, then steamed at about 180 F. Once steamed, the flour is further processed into long, smooth sheets. Finally, the sheets are cut into noodles and steamed again to make them soft and ready for cooking. Rice noodles are a fantastic dish when paired with beef, creating a perfect blend of flavor and texture. Cooking rice noodles with beef results in a delicious and nutritious meal. Adding bean sprouts and fresh vegetables like bok choy, green onions, and carrots enhances the crunchiness and fresh flavor of the dish. The combination of tender rice noodles, flavorful beef, and vibrant greens makes the meal both enticing and well-rounded in nutrition. Stir-fried rice noodles are the perfect choice for those who don't enjoy soups but still want a delicious meal. This dish not only excites the taste buds, but also makes it irresistible to everyone, from the crispy crunch of the vegetables to the tender, juicy beef. With every bite of these stir-fried noodles, you'll experience a perfect blend of flavors and the appeal of a satisfying non-soupy meal.
How can factories in Australia transform raw python skins into luxurious handbags overnight? Let's explore this magical process, and don't forget to drop a number 1. Python skin in Australia is one of the rarest and most unique materials, bringing a touch of luxury to high-end fashion products. Did you know that Australian python skin has a special structure, with prominent ridged markings on the surface that create a distinctive appearance? This not only makes the python skin softer but also provides exceptional durability. With its water-resistant and waterproof properties, Australian python skin adapts perfectly to the environment, making it an ideal choice in the fashion industry. Each skin is not only a natural product but also a work of art, highly aesthetic and long-lasting. Before becoming premium products such as handbags or python leather belts, these precious skins must undergo a meticulous nurturing process at specialized farms. Here, giant pythons, some weighing hundreds of pounds and measuring between 6 to 7 meters long, are carefully selected from the wild and raised with great care to ensure their health and the quality of their skins. Choosing healthy, mature pythons is a crucial factor in the perfection of each skin. Moreover, the market value of python skin also directly depends on the quality of the supply from these farms. In Australia, python enclosures are specially designed to ensure the safety and health of these animals. Python farms are usually located in rural areas or vast lands, where there is open space and natural environmental conditions that closely resemble the python's natural habitat. Each enclosure houses between 5,000 to 20,000 pythons, tens of thousands of giant creatures within a single row of pens. The enclosures are typically built with separate zones so the pythons can move freely, with temperature and humidity strictly controlled to create the ideal environment for their development. Python farms in Australia are mainly concentrated in the northern and northeastern regions, where the warm climate suits the biological characteristics of the species. If you're interested in raising pythons, don't forget to drop a number 1. The diet of pythons in Australia is carefully designed to ensure they grow healthily and develop high-quality skin. Pythons mainly eat vertebrates such as mice, rabbits, and other small animals, depending on their size and age. On farms, pythons are usually fed a rich and consistent diet to help them reach ideal weight and maintain good health. Large pythons can consume a significant amount of meat at once, and their nutritional intake is adjusted to match each stage of development. Farms in Australia often focus on providing fresh food and supplementing essential vitamins to ensure the pythons have strong immunity, which in turn helps produce beautiful and durable skins. Python farms pay special attention to the egg incubation process, as the number of hatchlings will be an important source of material for future orders. Pythons typically lay eggs in the spring and summer, with each clutch containing anywhere from 20 to 100 eggs. After collecting the eggs from the mother pythons, they are placed into specialized incubators where temperature and humidity are strictly controlled. The incubators maintain a stable temperature between 30 to 32 degrees Celsius, 86 to 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and humidity levels between 80 to 90%, creating ideal conditions for egg development. The incubation process lasts from 60 to 90 days, and during this period, environmental factors must be regularly monitored and adjusted to ensure a high hatch rate. When the eggs begin to hatch, the baby pythons emerge, marking the beginning of a new growth cycle. Have you ever wondered why products made from python skin are so valuable? Watch the video below to discover the intricate crafting process at the workshop and find the answer. First, the python skin is carefully selected to ensure that only the highest quality hides are used. Then, the skins go through a special tanning process that makes them soft and durable. Once the color is stabilized, the skin is dried and the surface is stretched to prevent wrinkling. Next, the python skin is cut into pieces with precise sizes and shapes, requiring a high level of craftsmanship. Each product is thoroughly inspected, polished, and finished to bring out its luxurious and unique beauty. That's why the value of the product comes not only from the material itself but also from the meticulous and skillful craftsmanship in every step of the process. Just like python meat, watermelon is a high-value agricultural product that is easy to grow and provides a stable source of income for farmers. Watermelon is not only popular in many countries around the world, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. In the United States, China, India, and Brazil, watermelon is one of the main crops, bringing in high economic value. In these countries, watermelon is grown on a large scale to meet domestic consumption and export demands. With advantages such as being easy to cultivate, resistant to pests, and having a short harvest cycle, watermelon has become a stable source of income for farmers while also contributing to the global agricultural economy. Watermelon farms are an efficient agricultural production model, suitable for regions with tropical climates, warm temperatures, and ample sunlight. Watermelons require sandy loam, alluvial, or well-aerated soil with good drainage, and a pH level between 6 and 7. The cultivation process begins with thorough soil preparation, creating raised beds to ensure strong plant growth. Watermelon seeds are sown with appropriate spacing. Throughout the growing period, consistent watering is essential while avoiding waterlogging, especially during the flowering and fruit setting stages. Watermelon is best grown in areas with stable climate conditions, temperatures ranging from 25 to 35 degrees Celsius, 77 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, abundant sunlight, and well-draining soil. With proper farming techniques, watermelon farms not only provide a stable income for farmers but also contribute to the local agricultural economy. The watermelon harvesting process takes place when the fruit has reached its maximum size and displays its characteristic color. Typically, the time from sowing to harvesting watermelons ranges from 65 to 80 days, depending on the variety and growing conditions. To determine the exact harvest time, farmers look for signs such as the rind turning from green to bright red and the fruit's surface becoming glossy. A good quality watermelon usually weighs between 4 to 10 kilograms, about 9 to 22 pounds. Harvesting should also avoid rainy periods, as rainwater can cause the fruit to rot after being picked. After harvesting, watermelons need to be stored in a cool, well-ventilated place, away from direct sunlight and excessive heat to maintain freshness. Have you ever harvested a watermelon yourself? Leave a number 0 if you love eating watermelon. Watermelon juice is not only delicious but also highly nutritious, making it a perfect refreshing drink for hot summer days. After harvesting, the watermelons are inspected for quality and sorted based on size, ripeness, and appearance. Fruits that meet the standards are carefully packaged for export to international markets.
The garden snail, Helix aspersa, reigns supreme in the culinary and cosmetic worlds. Sporting spiral-shaped shells with brown and yellow stripes, this snail is a superstar in France. Known for its rapid reproduction and knack for adapting well, Helix aspersa thrives in moist environments. Snail mucus is rich in valuable nutrients like collagen, elastin, and glycolic acid, which aid in skin regeneration and rejuvenation. It possesses the ability to heal wounds, diminish scars, and enhance skin moisture, resulting in smoother and brighter skin. Numerous spas incorporate snail mucus products into their skincare treatments to promote healthy, youthful skin for their clients. Factories in France specialize in processing cosmetics extracted from snail mucus. After harvesting the snails, they are gently stimulated in an incubator to encourage mucus secretion without harm. The collected mucus undergoes filtration and purification to remove impurities and bacteria, retaining the crucial active ingredient, collagen. Advanced technology ensures the mucus maintains its biological properties without degradation. Ultimately, the refined snail mucus is ready for use in crafting high-end cosmetics and skincare products. Helix aspersa snails typically reach harvesting age within 6 to 12 months. At this stage, their shells are sufficiently strong and their meat is of the highest quality. The price of snails varies based on market conditions and quality, typically ranging from 10 to 20 USD per kilogram. Leather fabric made from cactus, hard to believe, isn't it? Join me to discover how they transform prickly cacti into fabric. The cactus species mainly used is nopal. Cactus leaves are cut, cleaned, and crushed to extract the mucilage mixture. Afterward, it's dried to remove moisture. Finally, the mixture is pressed into sheets and tested, resulting in cactus leather fabric ready for use in garments, handbags, and other fashion products. Fields planted with nopal cacti often span tens to hundreds of hectares. These fields are typically located on arid and semi-arid lands, where cacti thrive due to their resilience against drought and ability to adapt to harsh conditions. Cacti are typically cultivated for 6 to 18 months before harvesting. Once they reach the appropriate age and size, farmers carefully cut the branches or leaves for harvesting. This process is conducted cautiously to prevent cactus sap from splashing into the eyes, which can lead to keratitis. Moving to the outdoor snail farming area, the cages are designed to mimic the natural habitat of snails. Snails are placed in areas with trees, bushes, and moist soil, offering shade and essential moisture. Both models yield consistent and high-quality snail production. Which snail farming model do you prefer on the farm? Please share your thoughts below. Helix aspersa primarily consumes leaves and green vegetables. Each snail eats approximately 10–20% of its body weight daily, which translates to 5–10 grams of food for an average snail weighing 50 grams. Therefore, farms not only raise snails but also cultivate green vegetables to serve as their food source. Additionally, farm owners utilize the vegetables from the garden for sale, thereby boosting economic profits. The mating season for Helix aspersa snails typically occurs in spring and summer when the weather is warm and humidity levels are high. During this period, snails mate and lay eggs. Each snail can lay between 80 to 120 eggs in a single clutch and may produce multiple clutches throughout the mating season. Snail eggs are usually deposited in moist soil and hatch after approximately 2–4 weeks, depending on environmental conditions. After hatching, the baby snails are nurtured and receive special care to ensure healthy growth before being transferred to their breeding habitat. Escargot, a dish made from snails, is an iconic part of global cuisine, often found in upscale restaurants. Crafting this delicacy demands precision and creativity from chefs. The snails are meticulously cleaned and then boiled. Their tender meat is placed back into the shell and baked with a mix of garlic butter, parsley, and sometimes white wine. The melted garlic butter melds with the snail meat. Escargot is typically served hot, accompanied by crusty bread for soaking up the sauce. Amazing, perfectly captures the taste of this dish. If you get the chance to visit France, dining at a restaurant to experience it is a must. Drop a 1 if you agree. On the farm, 2 models of snail farming are employed, indoor and outdoor. The cages are constructed from iron with dimensions that allow snails to move comfortably. They are designed to be well ventilated, ensuring a clean and safe habitat. Farm personnel water the cages daily to maintain a humid environment for the snails. The indoor farming model facilitates control over environmental conditions and shields snails from natural predators and inclement weather. Let's practice with 80,000 workers to initiate the rose processing procedure. Peak seasons for women are when the flower processing factory operates at maximum capacity. Fresh flower stems are directed to the packaging line. Workers sort and package flowers by color and size. Gorgeous bouquets are assembled in just 15 minutes. Rose essential oil makes a thoughtful gift for your beloved woman. The process of refining rose essential oil starts with gathering fresh rose petals and placing them into a machine. The optimal temperature for extracting essential oils ranges from 60 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. Next, the rose essential oil undergoes filtration to eliminate impurities and is refined to attain the purest fragrance and highest concentration. Once the essential oil displays a bright yellow color, it is ready for use. Ecuador is the world's largest producer of roses. With its tropical climate and optimal altitude, Ecuador yields millions of rose stems annually, satisfying global demand for cut flowers and rose essential oil. Provinces such as Pichincha and Cotopaxi are renowned for their vast expanses of rose fields. On average, a farmer can earn between $15,000 to $30,000 USD annually from cultivating roses. However, this income also varies based on the cultivated area, type of flowers, and product quality. Ecuador is among the world's top exporters of roses, producing millions of stems annually. Ecuadorian roses are extensively shipped to markets across Asia, Europe, and North America, satisfying the demands of flower distributors and consumers worldwide. Taro cakes are a famous traditional dish in Taiwan, China. At the factory, the taro is cleaned with an automatic washer to remove all dirt and impurities. Workers then peel and cut the taro into small pieces for steaming and mashing. Once steamed, the taro is mashed in a blender to make the cake filling. After kneading the taro for about 20 minutes, until it forms a thick mixture, workers add butter and sugar, continuing to blend until the mixture turns chocolate colored. The next step is making the cake crust. Flour, butter, sugar, and water are mixed in a machine in proportions of 1 part butter, 2 parts sugar, and 3 parts flour, with enough water to form a smooth dough. When both the taro filling and dough are ready, workers skillfully hand mold the cakes. The dough is rolled thin and shaped into deep rolls. Finally, the cakes are baked in an oven at 350 F for 30 minutes. Freshly baked taro cakes are ready to serve to guests. Farmed bamboo rats typically weigh between 0.5 and 1 pound. Bamboo rats that reach this weight are deemed suitable for sale and utilization in processing. Although they are rodents, processing bamboo rats requires meticulous care. First, the rats are soaked in hot water to facilitate hair removal. Then, their fur is thoroughly cleaned. After all, fur is removed. The rats are washed in water to ensure cleanliness. They are then cleaned with a flame torch to remove any remaining fur and sterilize the surface of the meat. Next, all internal organs are completely removed. Finally, the rat meat is carefully packaged and ready for distribution to stores. Specialty dishes made from bamboo rat meat are very popular and highly regarded in China. Bamboo rats are not only processed at home, but also feature prominently on the menus of many upscale restaurants. One of the famous dishes is bamboo rat cooked with bamboo shoots, served in restaurants. The cleaned bamboo rat meat is simmered with fresh bamboo shoots and distinctive spices, creating a unique and enticing flavor. The reproduction rate of bamboo rats is extremely rapid, surpassing imagination. Each litter of bamboo rats can give birth to 6 to 8 offspring per birthing cycle, and they can reproduce again in as little as 45 days. This rapid reproduction leads to a significant increase in bamboo rat populations in a short time span. Current trapping measures for bamboo rats typically address only small numbers of rats and are not a long-term solution, given their strong and quick reproductive capabilities. A farmer in Guangdong, China, came up with the solution of raising bamboo rats for business. Instead of raising livestock, which is costly, bamboo rats have lower rearing costs and can quickly increase in number. Chinese farmers immediately embarked on raising bamboo rats. Within a year, 20,000 bamboo rat farms were established, transforming bamboo rats from pests into raw materials for processing industries. It's truly innovative of them. Don't forget to leave a like. The primary model of raising bamboo rats on farms involves indoor farming. Rat cages are constructed from thin wood panels to prevent rats from escaping. Each cage houses 2 to 10 rats within a space of approximately 24 x 24 inches. Being nocturnal creatures, bamboo rats are raised in low-light environments. The dark conditions facilitate their growth and reproduction. Compared to raising livestock and poultry, raising bamboo rats reduces farming costs. The cost of setting up a bamboo rat cage is less than 1/3 of pig farming expenses. Bamboo rats primarily feed on bamboo, and with China accounting for 70% of global bamboo cultivation, the food supply is plentiful. Bamboo rats are also less prone to diseases, resulting in significant savings in healthcare costs. I feel like bamboo rats aren't that bad after all. Do you agree? Comment and let me know. They are the fastest breeding species in the world. On average, a bamboo rat can give birth to between 50 and 100 offspring in a year. If China's estimated population is currently 1.4 billion people, with the reproductive rate of bamboo rats, they could provide food for the entire population in just over a year.